Hello everyone, my name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
Today we're reacting to a suggestion from one of our viewers. Actually, multiple people sent this to us, but I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. Apparently it's this guy who decided to go for like a deep dive, like alone in the ocean, which is pretty scary. Just the notion of it sounds sketchy.
Yeah, I don't solo dive. I mean, I'm not saying it's like absolutely forbidden. It's my own rule. I just don't do it.
Maybe he kept it shallow and safe.
Doubtful.
We'll see. All right.
What is that in Fahrenheit for us?
It's pretty warm, I would say. Like in the 70s probably. High 70s.
So dry suit. For me.
Right. So here he goes. You can't even see the bottom. All right. Okay, not bad. That's pretty good. 30 to 40 feet visibility. Not bad.
So far, it's a pretty exciting video.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this. Jonathan Bird should come and take some pointers. Descending. All right. So anyway, obviously this was suggested to us because something either goes horribly wrong or he's doing something he shouldn't be doing.
Well, if something goes horribly wrong, the views will be better.
Exactly. Every time. Okay, so he's at 100 feet and still no sight of the bottom.
Like a rock.
Yeah. He's just getting up. All right.
What's
That's
he on?
132 feet.
Is he on Trimix? That's my first reaction.
I don't think so. So I'm pretty sure he's on air.
Whoa, he's deep right now.
He's on air on this one. Yeah.
The whole area is comprised of
Consecutive walls, I guess. So it just drops 52 meters. Yeah, so like drops, like walls. Okay, so there's like, what is this, like a wreck or something? Wow, he's almost at 200 feet on air.
I would be narked out of my mind.
Yeah, well, this guy was probably knocked out of his mind too.
Well, and we should talk about that.
You want to pause it?
Yep. Although my keyboard's not working.
I thought he did. Okay, go ahead.
If you're narked, what does that mean? The gas is gonna, if you're on regular air, it's gonna become narcotic, and it's gonna basically make you feel lightheaded.
The nitrogen.
Not able to think. You're not clear. You may not care anymore. That's what we're talking about when you're narked. And helium is a gas that does not have those narcotic effects.
Correct.
Now, it's not just nitrogen that makes you narc. This was a discussion in another video that I did. Oxygen can be narcotic as well.
But what I was going to say is that because the people ask, like, how do you feel when you're narked? It varies. It's like, and I think people make the mistake of saying it's like being drunk, but it's not. I think being narked compared to being drunk is like the same way when people are drunk is impossible to predict how you're going to react when you're drunk. Some people are happy. Some people want to fist fight everybody. Some people want to sleep or eat or whatever, right? It has different effects on different people. Being narked on nitrogen or oxygen, whatever, has different effects in different people.
But I did a video on Dive Talk Plus. Can you get used to being narked, or can you be immune to being narked? No. Maybe you think you're used to it, but you're really not, and they've done a lot of tests on that. But you can watch that video, and
they'll tell everybody, right? They're used to it because that's how they do it.
Well, I'm not.
I don't get narked.
I do.
That's what people say. Oh, I get narked. I have to go around a large rock. He's past 200 feet, so he's like 220 pushing.
Wow.
Yeah, on air, yeah.
Oh man, that's really
73.
Deep.
Yeah. So just for you to know, and I know this in feet, the MOD, maximum operating depth of air, is 218 feet. So about 66 meters.
And that one, I can't stop it. My keyboard,
Okay.
My privileges are. That one, why? Why is it? It's not just because of the narcotic effect. At that point, your partial pressure of that oxygen can be so high, you can convulse. You're beyond the 1.6 partial pressure outer limit.
Yeah.
Dangerous. And the other thing that I'm wondering about him being this deep is the amount of deco he's building up. And did he bring the right amount of gas if he has to meet this deco obligation? If something goes wrong, boy, that could be a big issue. That's
I think the biggest concern is not so much the deco, is your PO2 so high that you're going to drown before you even can get to deco? And what we're talking about is, when the air that we breathe is 21% oxygen. We've talked about this before, but for some reason, I don't think we've figured out why, the body doesn't really care so much about the percentage of oxygen in the air you breathe. It's about the partial pressure of that oxygen in the air you breathe. So we go from 0.16 to 1.6. That's kind of the range. In the surface, when you're breathing, is 0.21. So that's between the 0.16 and 1.6. But as you go underwater, that starts to rise. And when you go anywhere above 1.6, that's when people start having seizures and drowning. That is just for a normal person. I know some people have pushed it, and some people have pushed it and died.
And they're also partial pressure experts, and they've made their body immune. They'll tell us.
Yeah. They'll be like, I can be a 4.0.
Superhuman.
No problem. Yeah. I know 1.6 for normal people, but I can do 2 easy.
Well, I'm
3.
I'm normal, so probably at 1.61 you'll see me doing this.
All right, so this guy is right at the edge, a bit confused with the correct direction. So where
maybe
he's going?
Maybe he's narked.
Yeah, 200 feet on air. You're narked.
First sign of nitrogen narcosis. Okay, at least he admits it.
Right. Look at all the line down there. It's like fish line or something. So again, you don't want to go past 66 meters because that's when you start getting the risk of hyperoxia. You get a seizure and you drown. But this guy is from the...
Wow, he's still dropping.
YOLO School of Living. So...
Don't go down that wall. I hope not. That thing's going down.
Strap in. Here we go. Punch a Chewy.
Why is he doing this?
64. Right at the edge.
This is really dangerous.
This guy said safety third. And put the pedal to the metal.
Do you think he knows about CNS issues that partial pressure?
Listen to
high
the computer.
PO2.
Yeah,
right
at
1.6.
66. Yeah, right at 66.
And I don't care.
You just sweat. Yeah. That gas is air. He's just on air.
This is really dangerous, everybody.
And you can hear the alarms just going off.
You could convulse at any minute. There's no warning, they say. You just start convulsing.
Yeah.
No warning.
But I know the people commenting below are going to be like, you guys are pansies.
Yes.
Like, you just,
Yes. What?
Just like,
what is he doing?
Here we go. Yeah.
Because he's alone. If he does start convulsing, who's going to help him?
Yeah. Jesus. He's gone, son. Like, here.
Gosh, this is
the
scary.
computers are like going off.
He's crazy. I think it's crazy.
Right. It's just new beeps. They're coming up with new beeps.
Like you're...
Or maybe that's the sound from the +1 live from Mario Brothers.
No, do not. He's gonna convulse.
He goes. It's 85.
This is really dangerous.
Yeah. So he's 70 feet past the MOD, past the maximum operating depth. You want to pause it?
I want to know. I want to figure that out. His PO2.
Okay, so he's at 90 meters right now.
How many feet is that?
I don't know, 90 meters?
90 meters?
I would say 300. 300 feet.
He's on air, right?
Yes.
He's at 2.12 partial pressure. The outer limit is 1.6. I mean,
By the way, he's still descending.
I don't know how he could convulse at any second.
It gets worse before he gets worse. All right, here we go. $92.
Really, really crazy. Where's he going?
I don't know. 94. What's he doing? I think he just got another life. Oh. I mean, at this depth, breathing that air is like breathing syrup.
Hard.
No, it's like syrup.
Dense.
Like it's so thick.
But how is he not so narked out of his mind?
Oh, he is. I'm assuming. 98.
But I'm wondering, in his mind now, where's the stopping point? Does he have any? 1,000?
I mean, I would say.
I mean, where do you stop it? 100
I guess 100
meters. That's
330
feet. Figure this out. Oh my goodness.
Let's see how deep he goes. He's still going. He's still going. Oh my God! Is that another wall?
Oh my gosh!
He just keeps getting lives.
3 PO2.
102.5 meters. At this point, I'm severely narked and struggling to maintain buoyancy. I'm struggling to stay alive, I would say. Maximum depth, 102.7 meters.
Did he do this because he wanted people to ridicule him and tell him how stupid this is? Seriously.
2.35
2.35. That's so dangerous.
And it's just nuts.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything more dangerous than this in diving. Even all those guys in Chernobyl, like, that's nothing compared to this guy.
Even the mean rescue guy
Nothing.
that beat up his students.
Every cave dive we've seen, like, nothing is as dangerous. I mean, this is like Russian roulette with 5 bullets inside of 6 bullet hammer type of thing. Like, this is the worst. I've never seen anything more dangerous than this in the whole videos that we've done on Dive Talk.
I don't know why he did it. I don't know what he's doing. What is he doing this for?
2.35.
I know I'm already goner. Just, at this point,
He's
to
lost.
start giving away my rebreathers because I'm done.
He's lost. He descended.
Yeah, he's just out of his mind, probably. Very confused.
I'm just hearing the breathing. At least it sounds like he's staying calm on the breathing. He's not losing it.
He can't
Deep
tell
breaths.
probably am I going up, am I going down?
He went back to 96, 97. He's going back down.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
yeah. Oh,
Head to the correct direction, toward the shore.
dude. This is so sketchy.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think you should be heading towards the shore. I think you should be heading towards the surface.
Up.
Yeah, that would be the right direction.
Good.
All right, and he's going fast, up as well.
Just go up already. I really don't want to see this guy die.
Send speed warning.
Oh, he's flying.
Yeah, he has to be flying. I mean, so now it's
Gas
like
is expanding in his BC, everybody, so quickly.
Ooh.
It's just making him go faster and faster. On the way up, you have to let air out of your BC.
right, which is I think what he's trying to do now. And that can be nerve-wracking. Like, you're starting to go up out of control. Your computer is like, you're going too fast. You don't know what to do. So this thing is giving him MOD warnings, too fast warnings, TTL, total dive time or whatever, time. Like, everything. Everything is being warned right now. Like, the computer, I'm assuming, looks like a Christmas tree. It's just like all colors. What are you doing?
Maybe he wanted to be on Dive Talk, but it's like a death sentence.
My mind is getting clearer now. Beyond,
Still
like,
deep.
260 feet. I don't know how clear you are, dude. Like, I share in one of the episodes that I was on air at 208 feet. And I was like,
Out of it.
hallucinating almost.
It's terrible.
Yeah, this guy is at 260. Like, oh no, I'm getting good. CNS reach
He's at the
in one
maximum
dive.
single dive limit for a CNS clock, which means you could be destroying your lungs at this point.
Yeah,
your pulmonary system.
Right. And he's still at 83.8 meters. So he hit his CNS in like 5 minutes. That's how bad it was. His central nervous system limits. What, he's going back down?
What's
he doing?
Depth? What is his deco right now? I mean, I
idea.
could run it, but it's got to be through the roof. No, is he going back down?
It looks like he's getting deeper. I don't know.
Up.
I'm now able to follow the bottom. Dude, just go up. Who cares about the bottom? What are you doing? Looking for meg teeth? Like, what are you doing? Oh, he's following his silt trail. He's very nonchalant, this guy. Just like, oh, I'm just going to take it easy.
I mean, in the comments, it's totally fine to say how insane this is. Right. There's no way this guy should be testing this by himself.
They're just going to say that just because all of those U.S. Navy studs that we used over the decades to figure out our limits as humans of what is possible, they're nothing compared to this guy. All those U.S. experimental Navy divers, just a bunch of idiots.
I am wondering how this guy actually did not convulse and
he needs to be studied by science, I think.
Really, it's a miracle.
It's unbelievable.
Why did he not? I wonder. I don't know. That's crazy how high his PO2 was.
My fear is that he made it to 2.35 PO2 and that he's going to be like, I can go deeper. I felt fine. I mean, I was a little narked, but I was fine. I'll just bring another tank. And
there's a case of a famous rebreather diver and instructor that wanted to test their PO2 limit in the Caymans. She was very well known and died. She tested it and died.
You can always do anything once. You want to know if you can go to 3.0 PO2? Double the maximum? You can try it once.
One-way trip, probably.
Yeah. Well, it's like Ed was saying that he got to a point where he saw single digits on the PO2. Going hypoxia. He saw 0.09.
And it just started
and he was like, I don't feel so good.
PO2 is...
Well, he's at MOD, so he just reached 1.6 PO2, the maximum.
But he's way over the CNS clock,
my God.
so he's burning that up.
Just hit my head in the rock. Dude, just go up. What are you doing hanging out at 200 feet?
Where's his deco stops at this? Is he going to even do his deco stops, or is he going to be bent like a
I haven't watched it. I don't know. We'll see. He says 60, just chilling. Like, how big are these tanks, by the way? I think an aluminum 80 will be gone by now.
Oh, I don't know what he has. That's what I was asking earlier.
58. He's taking the biggest breaths, this guy. Dude, I'm going to try it. Here we go.
He's very calm.
Yeah. And again, that's my fear, that he's going to be like, well, I made it to 102 on air. What's the big deal? And by the way, yeah, if you do some Google research, back in the day, people were doing this gnarly dives, like down on air to 300 meters, like some crazy stuff like that. But a lot of people died. And that's why we learned that you shouldn't go beyond 66 meters or 218 feet on air. Well, because it's not safe.
So he is stopping. He's doing his first stop at 50 meters is the first deco stop. Wow. Isn't that like 150 feet?
Yeah.
That's his deco stop.
Yeah.
By the way, he's still got to be knocked out of his mind. I mean, 150 on air.
165, yeah. I mean, even the fish are like, what are you doing? What are you doing here?
You're right. I think this is a new record of the single most dangerous thing
Yeah.
a diver has done in any of our videos.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And the worst part about it is, like, I feel like people watching this, especially that are non-divers, they don't get it. Like, they don't understand how dangerous this was. It's like, yeah, he went down to 100 meters. Like, what's the big deal? Not a big deal.
It's just some kind of luck he had. Because I don't know how he
Insane.
didn't.
Again,
convulse.
Russian roulette with all the bullets but one. Just roll it. Ah, I didn't kill myself. Cool. That's how lucky this guy was. He's still super deep, by the way. Just so you know, for those of you who are not divers, the deep diving certification for recreational divers is 40 meters. So he's deeper than the deep diving certification. Right now. And he's at 40 and he made it to 102. 2.5 times the deep diving certification. Yeah, like I'm blown away that he made it, that he's alive.
And we all know we don't want to stop it. We want to see if he makes it to the surface.
Absolutely.
Like, I got to see this now.
I mean, at least they recover the GoPro if he didn't make it. So we got that going.
No, you put it best. It's just pure luck. Somehow he got lucky here. I don't know how, but I'm glad. I really am. But insane.
Even at 40 meters, like, I don't know if you remember taking people to the sand at Spiegel Grove, which is right around 40 meters, and people would lose it. Like, they will get so scared. At 40 meters, it's like, whoa, like, I've never felt this. The air is so thick. Like,
sounds different. It's
yeah,
colder.
Right. And this guy went to 102. What? Dang. It's crazy, dude. Is he gonna make it, though? Yeah, he's just hanging out at 130 feet, like, yeah.
I wish I knew how much gas he brought. I wish I knew some of those details.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot. I bet he's starting just to feel better. Like, maybe he's like,
what
whoa,
did I do?
Did I do that?
39.6, come on.
Still
Line
deep.
everywhere.
Still
Yeah.
deep.
This is deep
really
diving level.
deep dive.
Yeah.
That thing hates you. That's what that thing's saying. I
wanted to see what computer he has. He doesn't even look like he had like a really good computer. Which I guess that's what the computer went bananas.
Randomly checking his dive light. Oh, yeah. Not sure why, but I'll check it.
Let me see. Does it work?
Now that I'm back in the light zone.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's a tunnel there. Just go do a swim through.
Don't encourage this guy.
I mean, I cannot see a tunnel and not want to do a swim through. Like, come on.
But you
dude,
didn't
tell
just
me
go
you don't want to do
330 feet
I know,
underwater.
but like, come on. Look at that. That's a perfect swim through.
I want to do it, but...
Please do a swim through. Now. Do it. Do it. My low tank pressure alarm. Oh, it's a twin set. Okay. 50 bar. I will soon switch to
All right, he's got the right amount of gas, it sounds like.
But you know, like, he just did a bounce dive. If he had any issues, like if he got caught into some of that fishing line or whatever, he wouldn't have made it. Yeah. So he had enough gas for a perfect dive. Not for worst case scenario. Look at all the line. $35. Yeah, no. You look great. So he had a twin set. I wonder how big the tanks. 35.8. What's he doing? Maybe deco stop?
I would think so.
Well, once he gets to 70 feet, he can switch, assuming that the deco gas is 50%, yeah?
That'll really help him off gas quicker at that point.
Yeah.
I wonder if he brought 100% oxygen after 20 feet. That would really help him. But just think about his CNS clock. It's cranking still,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's still way cranking high.
Yeah, no, that thing. It's. I hope he puts numbers at the end. Look at the line just
I think he's
everywhere.
going to be
so much.
He'll be every bit of 200% of the CNS clock.
Or
the
more,
maximum.
300, yeah.
That means he's already used up the maximum amount of that level of PO2. Probably by double.
I mean, are there tables that go that high? PO2 of 2.35? This is how much CNS you're... No.
I just don't
They
think
just
they
assume
would,
you're dead.
1.6. They don't want
Yeah.
people even trying that.
Yeah, they just assume you're dead at that point. I think I've seen him up to like 2. Or 1.8, 1.9, something like that. But 2.35? No.
Well,
33. He's just hanging
They
out.
made it on Dive Talk. But
Congrats.
I would say just crazy, dude. Like, don't try to beat this. Whoever
No.
you are, really, I don't want you to die. I mean, you're going to die.
Yeah, this is...
You
this
got
is bad.
lucky.
So
So-
lucky.
Don't. We don't need to see it. Like, we don't care. Like,
No.
don't do it for us. Don't do it. It's bad. You're going to die, and I don't want you to die.
I don't know if he makes it. I mean, at this point, he's kind of out of, for the most part, out of danger. If he has enough gas to make it to the surface, like,
I would think so.
yeah, the PO2 is low enough at 100 feet that, you know, and the narcosis effect are not as big. Are not as
Probably
heavy.
doing deco.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just stopped it here. I guess this is a deco stop at 100 feet, yeah.
He's breathing very calm. He's totally relaxed.
Yeah.
Right, that's super chilled.
And I wonder if at this depth, if he's thinking like, wow, I just did that, or if he's just thinking like, here's what I have to do to make it to the surface. Because, so the difference is, on deco dives like this one, you cannot just go to the surface, you know? You may be like, well, if he runs out of air, he can just swim, right? If he's out of air, just swim to the surface. But you can't. Like, I assume that he has a considerable deco obligation here. And I think Thomas Hughes from Circle H Scuba, he said, he calls this artificial ceiling. Like, you don't have a cave ceiling over your head, like a actual ceiling, but this is artificial ceiling. Deco is stopping you from going up.
Yeah, if he went straight to the surface with that level of a deco obligation, I think he dies. Probably on arrival, probably at the surface. He would be bubbling, he would have embolism in his brain.
Yeah.
So that was way beyond being able to go to the surface.
He would just be like foam, like on the Audrey Mest, video that we made where
Yep.
she's just foaming out of her mouth and stuff. It's terrible. What was that accident, which I don't think we've ever reacted to, of the father and son? Where it's really deep wreck and they just got complacent and just looking around, whatever. Next thing they knew.
He's switching to his Nitrox 40.
Okay.
So that's going to really start to speed up his deco.
Next thing they knew, they were out of air, or almost out of air, at like a 200-foot dive or something like that. So they just bolted for the surface. They skip all deco stops or whatever. Yeah, they got to the surface. They were passed out already. They didn't make it. And I think I saw somewhere where they tried to like draw blood and it was foam. Oof.
Terrible. But with all that gas planning he did, which he seemed like he did a good job, why would he have not added helium?
Right.
I mean, that's all he needed to do to stay at least clear in that dive.
Yeah, those giant doubles that he has, right? In his, it could have been like a 1640 mix, or no, because he went past 100, so it would have been like a 1050 or like even lower, 8 something.
So
it would have been hypoxic.
So
yeah.
what? That's what I'm saying. What was his purpose? Was his purpose of this video, how deep can I go on air?
I don't know. I guess so.
That's what makes it Russian roulette.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But if he was in trimix, then no problem. He can go to 200 meters if he wants to, if he has the proper gas.
By the way, I haven't been on a full trimix dive in a long time.
Yeah, we got to do one.
You know, it's been really a long time.
To like the, what's it called? The Howard Johnson? Is that the name of the wreck? LBJ or whatever it's called?
I'll go with, I don't think it's Howard Johnson. That was a hotel chain years ago. But
no, it's like LB Johnson or whatever. I don't remember the name of the
I was a
wreck.
president. I was a U.S. president. But
Well,
maybe it
okay.
is. I don't think so. I don't remember, but it's not. It's neither. I don't.
It's one of the Johnsons. But you know, the funny thing is about that wreck in Florida is that I thought it was like a president or something. Like it was named, you know, like the USS Eisenhower or whatever. No, this was like they found this wreck. They have no idea what the wreck was. It's like, we found a wreck. There's no name. We don't know. And so they had like a contest on the radio, and whoever won got to name it, and that was the name of the guy. Like, whatever his name was, you know, Lucas Johnson. So he named it the Lucas Johnson, and now you think it's like this big thing. I reached the exit point. The rest of the dive's just me swimming around to finish the eco. Okay.
It's fine.
So it looks like he made it. Yo.
I have no additional reaction. Like I would.
Ooh.
My reaction would be I would ask him if he happens to watch this. I would really. I don't want you to do. I like it. Don't go deeper. You got lucky.
Yeah.
I don't
so
know why
lucky.
you didn't convulse. Maybe some doctors out there can say, well, it's possible that some protein interfered and didn't make him convulse at that moment. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm making stuff up. I don't understand why he didn't convulse.
Well, I know that when you go into recompression chambers and they lower you down, then they rack up the oxygen really high. Like, there's people that will go higher than 2.35, but you're in a control environment where if you convulse, you don't drown.
And they do convulse a lot.
Right, and they do, yeah. Way lower than 2.352, you know? So this was very dangerous. But I made a mention of a video where I actually went on air to 208, which is pretty close to the 218 MOD, and I talked about the effects and what I was thinking and what I was feeling, and I'm going to leave it right here so you can go check it out. It was, I think it was video number 2 of our series in Roaring River.
Yeah, I remember that. You got lucky as well.
Close call.
A lot of comments you got on that one, but
Oh, all negative.
bye everybody.
We'll see you.